Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video, and today I wanted to go ahead and go through all the different versions of Bleach Spiritual Awakening. I've been getting a lot of comments asking, hey, what's the best version to play? How do I get the version you're playing? Stuff like that. So I wanted to go ahead and go through some things and try to kind of fix all the misconceptions you guys may have. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you the original version. This here is Bleach Death Awakening. Bleach Death Awakening is the original version of which has the most characters. It has Full Mask Hollow White, it has Kaname, Suzela Poro, Full Hollow Ichigo, all of that, all the main characters that everyone cares about. And it's probably the best version to play. On iOS, it is a huge pain in the ass to try and install. You have to change the Chinese App Store to be able to download it. However, if you're able to get that done, it is very, very worth it. And if you're going to be starting out for the first time, this is by far the best version to play. If you're on Android, you can get Tencent. It allows you to download this game. It's quite good. It's quite fun. I play this version on the side, but of course I didn't start on this one, so I'm playing the one that I started on more. This version also doesn't have an auto button, and the UI is very, very, very different, which is why there was a modification to the game made here in this version. So Bleach Soul Tear is a very different, well, not very different. It's a slight modification of what they had in Bleach Death Awakening, with a few more characters and generally a cleaner UI and stuff. I find it's not that great if you have the choice between Soul Tear and Death Awakening. However, you ran into an issue where every single version that's been translated of this game has been the translated version of Soul Tear, not the translated version of Death Awakening. Meaning, Death Awake, which is the main thing to install on iOS, is a game of which, for the most part, is basically just Soul Tear translated and from the beginning. So slowly they're going to release all the different characters from Soul Tear and all that. Which Soul Tear is behind Death Awakening and has less characters, so obviously it's a little bit of a stranger translation there. But the UI is cleaner. They obviously have like the buttons colored and stuff like that, while Death Awakening doesn't have that, so it's very interesting. Death Awake is a translated version of that. The name of the company, the fans' translation, is very strange, but it's just how it works. And this is the version to play on iOS if that's what you're going for. Now, the version that I personally play the most is Spiritual Awakening. Spiritual Awakening is a translation of done by another company, another set of people. And it has its own updates, it has its own kind of systems. For the most part, this version is updated far less from what I understand. And the thing here that says 100% reproduce original work is basically them saying, we stole Soul Tear and translated it, and it's 100% reproduced. It's very, very strange. However, I think that Spiritual Awakening has probably the best top-up events of any of these versions in general. Plus, I haven't gotten the chance to be able to top up inside Death Awakening, so that's always an issue that you can run into with the Chinese versions. Spiritual Awakening is very friendly towards people that want to top up just even $1 per day. They have really good benefits for that, and in general, it's quite fun to play. However, if I knew about the other version, Soul Awakening, of which used to be called Awake Death, I would have definitely played this one first because it's updated more often. There are new servers being made on the constant. There are constantly just a lot of support from the people that translated this game. And generally it's a little bit ahead. For example, Spiritual Awakening, it's about to get its update with Ukiura. It's about to get its update with Kensei and Shinji, as well as Hogyoku 4s. However, Soul Awakening has had this for about half a month, if not an entire month now. So of course it's that slight bit ahead and kind of shows off that it is the superior version in terms of Android releases. So just to go over this real quick, top tier of ones to play is Bleach Death Awakening, has the most characters, is the most free-to-play friendly, and generally has the most fun gameplay. The issue is it has no auto button, so if you're against that or you just don't want to put in the effort every day, it's a thing. And it's also hard to top up unless you have a Chinese phone number, which is usually not a thing that people have. So that's always a thing. The second best version to play is Deathawake / Soul Awakening, respectively on iOS and Android. And probably the worst version to play, the one I play, is Spiritual Awakening. So that's basically the guidelines I wanted to go through. If Spiritual Awakening got more updates, if Spiritual Awakening generally had more support, and if they actually contacted the people that tried to get tips off of them, they would have a far better rank on this list. In fact, I might even say they're the top one. This way, as characters are released, you get more stuff out. However, obviously, it doesn't have that, and it doesn't have that general grind towards things. It doesn't have that general update constantly, so I will say this is the worst version. So that's kind of what I wanted to go through today. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'll try to address anything that you guys want to ask. But yeah, enjoy that.